Debt restructure. Debt restructuring is when the creditor grants to the debtor a concession that would not otherwise be granted in a normal business relationship for economic or legal reasons related to the debtor's financial difficulties. Okay. Sa madaling salita, class, ang debt restructure, usually, nangyayari yan kapag ang debtor is in financial distress or financial difficulties. Kasi, class, sa debt restructure, binibigyan ng pagkakataon ang debtor na in a financial difficulty na makapagbayad ng kanyang mga obligations. By usually, binabago yung terms ng liability para si debtor makakapagbayad pa rin, makakapag-settle pa rin ng kanyang obligations despite na meron siyang financial difficulties. So, ganun yung debt restructure. And merong tatlong types ng debt restructuring. Number 1, asset swap. Number 2, equity swap. And number 3, modification of terms. Okay? Asset swap. An asset swap is the transfer by the debtor to the creditor of any asset, such as property, inventory, receivables, or investments in full payment of an obligation. Okay? So, di ba class, usually ang utang payable in cash. But the debtor is in financial difficulty, maaaring kulang ang kanyang pera pambayad ng obligations. And kapag asset swap, ang type ng debt restructuring, so instead of cash, ang pambayad ni debtor, non-cash asset such as property, inventory, receivables, or investment in full payment of an obligation. Okay? Walang pera ang debtor, kaya ang pambayad niya, non-cash asset kapag asset swap. Under PFRS 9, asset swap is treated as the recognition of financial liability or extinguishment of debt. Okay? PFRS 9 provides that the difference between the carrying amount of the financial liability and the consideration given shall be recognized in profit or loss. Okay? So, kapag asset swap class, so ito lang ang ating note dyan, Okay? Gawan tayo ng note para mas kumunti kahit paano yung information na nakikita natin. Okay? Asset swap. Asset swap. So, kapag asset swap, kunin mo lang ang carrying amount ng liability. Okay? Carrying amount ng liability. Kunin mo lang. Then, i-compare mo sa carrying amount ng consideration given. Okay? Ipat ko dito. Compare mo sa consideration given. So, sa madaling salita, carrying amount ng asset given up. Okay? Carrying amount ng asset. So, pagkumpara lang natin yung dalawang yan, yung difference nan sa profit or loss. It can be gain or loss. Ayan. Asset swap. Yan lang yung ating note sa asset swap. So, apply natin ito sa problem number 1. Problem number 1, ang requirement ng problem 1, prepare journal entry to record the asset swap under PFRS 9. Ayan. Doyang Corporation showed the following balances on December 31, 20X. 4. Notes payable due December 31, 20X4 din. 10 million. Accrued interest payable na 2 million pesos. Yan. Doyang Corporation is in financial distress and negotiates with the creditor for the settlement of notes payable. Ayan. So, hindi kaya magbayad, Hindi kayang magbayad ni Doyang Corporation. Kaya, nagkaroon sila, ng debt restructuring with creditor. Consequently, the entity transferred land to the creditor in full satisfaction of the notes payable. So, malinaw na ito ay asset swap. Kasi, ang pinambayad ng utang ay non-cash asset, which is land. The land has a carrying amount of 6 million and a fair value of 11 million. Okay? So, gamitin lang natin ito, Gamitin lang natin itong ating note, to answer itong problem number 1. Pagkumparahin lang natin yung carrying amount ng liability and carrying amount ng asset given up. Ayan. Okay, so dito na lang natin ilagay. Saan kaya, no? Taas ko ng konti, ha? Ayan. Dito natin isolve. Okay. So, carrying amount ng liability, magkano? Pag sinabi natin carrying amount ng liability class, yun yung total amount ng utang na dapat i-fulfill. In this case, notes payable na 10 million. Okay, 10 million. Tapos, meron pang accrued interest na 2 million. So, ang total na babayaran class ay 12 million. So, yan yung carrying amount ng liability. Okay? Compare natin sa carrying amount ng asset. No? Carrying amount ng asset. Okay? In this case, ang asset ay land, tapos ang carrying amount niya ay 6 million. 6 million. Okay? So, may difference siya na, magkano class? 6 million. 6 million ang difference. 12 million minus 6 million equals 6 million. So, ang question dito, gain or loss ba siya? Okay? Gain or loss. No? So, analyze natin. Isipin mo na lang class, no, na ang total na babayaran mong utang ay 12 million. Okay? However, wala kang pera, ang pinambayad mo, land, worth 6 million. Okay? 6 million. 6 million na pinambayad mo to fully paid the obligation. So, lumalabas, nakatipid ka ng 6 million pesos. Kasi isipin mo, 12 million yung utang, pero yung pinambayad mo lang, 6 million. So, nakatipid ka ng 6 million. Nakasave, kumbaga. Dahil nakasave ka ng 6 million, tawag natin dyan ay gain. That's gain, class, 6 million. So, to be exact, gain on extinguishment of debt. Okay, yun yung account title na ginagamit to record the gain on extinguishment of debt sa asset swap. Okay, but medyo mahaba, so gain na lang ang sinulat ko, ha. Okay, gain na lang. Yan, 6 million. So, journal entry to record the transaction or to record the asset swap. So, syempre, debit, notes payable. Magkano yun? 10 million. Debit, accrued interest payable na magkano? 2 million. Okay. Credit land, pinambayad kasi yung land, 6 million. And credit, gain on extinguishment of debt, 6 million. Yan. Okay. So, yung fair value class to, irrelevant data sa asset swap. Yung fair value ng asset given up. Okay, so simple lang class, no? Simple ang ating asset swap so far, no? Discussion. Pero meron pa tayong isang problem dito. So, subukan pa rin natin itong asset swap dito sa problem number 2. So, balikan ko lang. Ito yung journal entry sa number 1. So, if you wish to take a screenshot, so yan na yun, no? Or pause mo na lang yung video. Ito yung entry sa problem number 1. Okay? Alisin na natin yung mga note class, ha? Ayan, kasi ano lang naman to, no? Yan naman yung kailangan natin. Carrying amount ng liability at asset, we compare the difference. Problem number 2. So, problem number 2 tayo. Problem number 2. Taeyong Corporation is in financial trouble and could not meet maturing debts on its bank loan of 50 million pesos. The accrued interest on the loan on this loan to date is 10 million pesos. The corporation and the bank agreed on a dasyon and pago. So, dasyon and pago is basically asset swap din yun, no? Wherein instead of cash, ang ipabayad ng utang, non-cash asset, no? Dasyon and pago arrangement. Thus, the mortgage, land, and building were given by the entity as full payment, no? As full payment for the loan, including accrued interest. The cost of the land is 15 million and the building 60 million with accumulated depreciation of 18 million pesos. The fair value of the land and building is about 59 million pesos. Okay? Prepare the journal entry to record the dasyon and pago. Ayan. Ito na natin i-solve. No? Okay, so anong kailangan natin? Carrying amount. No? Carrying amount ng liability. Carrying amount ng liability. Magkano? 50 million yung principal, tsaka yung 10 million na interest, so 60 million. No? Okay? Next, compare natin siya sa carrying amount ng asset given up to fulfill the obligation. So, meron ditong land. Dalawang asset ang involved, no? Land na 15 million. Okay? And yung building na 60 million yung cost. Tapos, 18 million yung accumulated depreciation. So, that's 60 minus 18. 42. No, 42 million. Okay? So, total asset given up, carrying amount is 57 million. Difference class. Kano difference? 3 million. No? 3 million. Question, is it gain or loss? Yes, very good. That's gain class, no? Malinaw na nakatipid, no? Na nakasave si Taeyong Corporation. Dahil 60 million yung utang, para ma-fully paid yan, pinambayad niya land and building worth 57 million. So, nakatipid siya ng 3 million pesos. Kaya meron siyang gain. Okay? Ayan. Journal entry. Journal entry to record the dasyon and pago. So, syempre, debit natin dito yung mga liability, no? Gamitin lang natin as account title class, no, yung bank loan payable, ha. Bank loan payable. Magkano? 50 million. Okay? Debit, accrued interest payable. Accrued na lang, ha. Magkano 'yon? 10 million. Okay? Debit, may accumulated depreciation, no? Dahil pinambayad na yung building, magko-close na, no, yung related accumulated depreciation na 18 million. Okay? Credit, building, magkano? 60 million. Credit, land, pagkasyahin na lang natin, ha. Credit land, na magkano? 15 million. And credit, gain. Gain yung credit. Gain on extinguishment of debt na 3 million. Okay, so ito yung ating answer for problem number 2. No, ito yung ating journal entry to record the dasyon and pago. Ayan. So yun class, no? Very straightforward yung ating lesson. So, tapos na tayo sa asset swap. Medyo simple lang naman ang kanyang approach. Kailangan mo lang ng data ng carrying amount ng liability and carrying amount of asset. Compare mo lang yung difference nan, yun yung gain or loss on debt extinguishment. No. Next natin, class, no? Tapos na tayo sa asset swap. Next natin itong equity swap. Ayan. Kapag equity swap, class, no? Kapag equity swap, ang pinambabayad dito ay equity instrument. Okay? Equity instrument. So, lipat tayo sa second page ng ating handout. Ayan. Okay? Equity swap. No? An equity swap is the issuance of share capital by the debtor to the creditor in full or partial payment of an obligation. Ayan. Walang pera si debtor, no? Kaya instead magbayad siya ng cash, ang ginawa niya, issuance na lang ng share capital para ma-fulfill yung obligation. Okay? The equity instruments issued to extinguish the liability shall be measured at the following in the order of priority. Okay? Sa equity swap class, no? Sa equity swap, ayan. Ito naman yung ating note, no? Ito naman yung ating note for the equity swap. Okay? Ayan. Kunin mo lang ang carrying amount ng kunin mo lang ang carrying amount ng liability. Okay? Kunin mo lang ang carrying amount ng liability. Tapos, i-compare mo naman yan sa initial measurement of equity instruments issued. Yun lang yun. No? Pagkumparahin mo lang yung dalawang yan, yun yung ating template, kumbaga, no, o pro forma dito sa equity swap. No? Carrying amount of liability na usually given lang naman yan sa problem, no? Kagaya nung sa asset swap. So, ito na lang ang magiging problem natin dyan. Paano i-determine ang initial measurement of equity instruments issued? Okay? Merong order of priority. Siyempre, ang first priority natin, fair value of equity instruments issued. Okay? Pag hindi given yung letter A, yung letter B. Okay? Fair value of liability, extinguish. At kapag hindi pa rin available or given yung letter B, carrying amount of liability, extinguish. Okay? Ayan. The difference between the carrying amount of the liability, ito yon, yung ating nasa note, and the initial measurement of the equity instruments issued, ito yon, yung difference ng class, yung difference ng sa profit or loss. It can be gain or loss. Okay? So, apply natin sa problem, class, no? Apply natin sa problem. So, ito yung ating note, kumbaga, no? Na mag-guide sa atin to solve yung problem number 1. Problem number 1. Problem number 1. Problem number 1. Ayan. Suno company is in financial distress and is inability, no, to meet payments to retire 50 million note payable with accrued interest of 4 million pesos. The entity has agreed with the creditor to exchange equity instruments for financial liability. Ayan. Walang pambayad ng utang si Suno Company. No? Walang pambayad ng utang, kaya ang ginawa niya, issuance na lang ng shares of stock or equity instruments. The terms of the exchange agreement are 300,000 ordinary shares with 50 par value and 100 peso market value. And 25,000 preference shares with 100 par value and 600,000 market value. The fair value of the liability is 48 million. Prepare the journal entry to record the settlement of the note payable. No? So, dito na natin sagutan yung problem number 1, class, ha. May space naman dito sa baba. So, dito na lang yung problem number 1. Okay? Ang guide natin, ay ito. No? Carrying amount ng liability. Okay, magkano? 50 million, no? Tapos may accrued interest na 4 million, no? Therefore, ang total na dapat na babayaran ni Suno Company 54 million. Okay, 54 million. Compare natin sa initial measurement, no? Compare natin siya sa initial measurement of equity instruments. Dalawa ang equity instruments dito, no? Ordinary shares tsaka preference shares. Okay? Ano ang order of priority? Siyempre, ang unang priority class ay fair value of the equity instruments issued. Okay? And sa problem na to, available ang fair value. Ito yon, no? Yang 100 pesos market value sa ordinary share and 600 market value sa preference. So, sa ordinary shares class, ilang shares ang in-issue? 300,000 multiplied by the fair value ng shares, $100. So, that's 30 million. Okay, 30 million. Okay, and preference, 25,000 shares. 25,000 shares multiplied by the fair value, 600 pesos per share. Okay, 600 pesos per share. That's 15 million. No? 15 million. Okay. Total initial measurement is 45 million. Ayan. So, meron niyang difference, 54, tsaka 45 million. How much difference? 9 million. Ang question, gain or loss? Yes, very good. No, very good class. Gain. That's gain. Malinaw na nakatipid dito si Suno Company. 54 million yung utang, tapos 45 million lang yung binayad para ma-fulfill. Ma-fully paid yung 54 million. So, nakatipid siya ng 9 million, kaya yan ay gain. Okay, gain. Journal entry. Journal entry class, no? So, syempre, debit. Anong ginamit na, dito? Na account, no? So, note payable, okay? Debit. Notes payable na magkano? 50 million. Debit. Accrued interest payable. 4 million. Debit. Credit. Ordinary share capital. Syempre, par value yan, no? Yung account title na yan, lagi yung naka-par value. 300,000 times par value na 50. Okay? 300,000 times 50. That's 15 million. Okay? 15 million. Syempre, meron niyang share premium, ordinary shares. Ang question, paano makukuha yung share premium? No? Ganito lang yung class, no? I-compare mo lang yung fair value ng ordinary share, 30 million, dun sa par value niya. So, if the fair value is 30 million at ang par value is 15 million, yung difference na 15 million, yun yung para sa share premium ng ordinary shares. Okay? Again, fair value minus par value, yun yung sa share premium ng ordinary shares. Okay? Next, preference share capital. So, ganyan lang din. 25,000 number of shares multiplied by the par value. Kano ang par value ng 100, no? 100 ang kanyang par value. 25,000 times 100, that's 2.5 million. Okay, so ikaw naman ang mag-compute, no? Subukan mo mag-compute ng share premium preference shares bago ko isulat. Okay, computein mo ang share premium preference shares on your own. Yes, tama, no? Ito yung fair value ng preference shares, 15 million. Tapos ang par value niya, 2.5 million. 15 minus 2.5 million, yun yung share premium. 12.5 million pesos. Okay? And syempre, credit, gain on extinguishment of debt na magkano? 9 million. 9 million. So, ito yung ating journal entry for problem number 1. Yan. Pag nagko-compute, again class, pag nagko-compute kayo ng share premium ha, you compare lang the fair value of the shares dun sa kanyang total par value. Yung difference nun, share premium. Okay? Next natin, problem number 2. So, sige, medyo bilisan natin to, no? Para tayo ay makapag-proceed na agad dun sa medyo challenging part ng debt restructuring. No? Yung pangatlo, yung modification of terms. Okay? Kasi itong asset swap tsaka equity swap, medyo simple lang yung approach, no? Ang medyo challenging dito, yung pangatlong type ng debt restructuring, yung modification of terms. Pero bago tayo tumungo doon, sagutan natin tong problem number 2. Ayan. Jake Company had bonds payable with a face amount of 50 million, face amount 50 million, and a carrying amount 48 million. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang face amount ay 50 million, carrying amount na 48 million, yung 2 million difference class, tawag natin doon, discount on bonds payable. 2 million discount on bonds payable. 50 tsaka 48. 50 minus 48 equals 2 million. Okay? Kung gusto mong i-recap class ang lahat ng lessons natin sa Intermediate Accounting 2, particularly the bonds payable, so nandyan lang yan sa ating playlist ng Intermediate Accounting 2. No, hanapin mo na lang dyan or lagay ko na lang dito sa description box, no, yung link ng ating playlist ng Intermediate Accounting 2 lessons. In addition, unpaid interest on the bonds was accrued in the amount of 2.5 million. The creditor agreed to the settlement of the bonds payable in exchange for 50,000 shares of 500 par value. The fair value of the bonds payable is 46. Prepare the journal entry to record the settlement of the bonds payable. Okay. Dalo lang ulit, class. Syempre, carrying amount ng liability. Magkano ba ang carrying amount ng liability dito? Okay. Dalawa yung amount. Isang 50 at isang 48. Syempre, carrying amount. Di yung 48 ang gagamitin natin. Tapos, idagdag natin yung accrued interest. Kasi sabi nga natin, ang carrying amount ng liability, basically, yung lahat ng, or kung magkano ang lahat ng utang na babayaran. 48 million, tsaka 2.5 million. That's 50.5 million. We compare it dun sa initial measurement of equity instruments. Okay. Order of priority. Siyempre, letter A, unang-una. Hanapin natin yung fair value of equity instruments issued. Kaya lang, class, dito sa problem na to, hindi available, no? Wala tayong nabasang fair value ng shares, eh. No? Wala tayong nabasa, no? Hindi bilanggit sa problem. Dahil wala yung letter A, hindi available ang fair value of equity instruments, ang gagamitin natin, fair value of the liability extinguished. Which is, binigay dito. The fair value of the bonds payable is 46 million. So, yan yung ating initial measurement ng bonds. Or sorry, initial measurement ng equity instruments issued. Yung fair value ng liability extinguished. Okay? So, difference. May difference yan, class, na 4.5 million. Question, gain ba siya or loss? Yes, no? That's gain. Okay? That's gain. Malinaw na nakatipid, no? Si J Company. 50.5 lang yung utang. Para ma-fully paid yung utang, nagbayad lang siya ng 46 million, no? Kaya yung savings, 4.5 million, that's gain. Okay. Journal entry, class, no? Journal entry. Debit, bonds payable. At what amount? Okay. 50 million. Okay, 50 million. Ayan. Kasi 'di ba, class, kung tandaan niyo pa ang ating lessons, no, ng Intermediate Accounting 2 dito sa YouTube, yung lesson natin sa bonds payable, nung nagre-record tayo ng journal entry, laging naka-face amount, no, yung account na bonds payable. Kaya 50 million. Okay? Debit, accrued interest payable, na magkano? Ayun, yung 2.5 million. Okay? Dahil na fully paid na yung bonds payable, therefore yung kanyang related discount, no? Yung related account niya na discount, maka-cancel na rin. So, kaya meron tayo ditong credit na discount on bonds payable. 2 million. Okay? Kung tandaan nyo pa, class, again, yung lessons natin way back, bonds payable. So, ang normal balance ng discount on bonds payable ay debit. Dahil fully paid na yung liability, yung debit, para magsarado, gagawin natin credit. Ayan, 2 million. Okay? Next, we have ordinary share capital na magkano? That's 50,000 shares times 50. 50,000 shares times, sorry, 500. No, 500 pala siya. Yan. 50,000 times 500, that's 25 million. Okay. Credit, share premium, ordinary shares. Ayan. Paano yon class, no? Kapag ganito, no? Hindi available yung fair value ng shares. Paano magko-compute ng share premium? Ganito yan, class. Ito yung initial measurement ng equity instruments, 46 million. Minus mo sa par value, 25 million. Yun na yung difference, no? Yun na yung difference ng, or yung difference nun, yung difference nun, yun yung share premium. 46 minus 25 equals 25 million. 21 million. And syempre, credit. 4.5 million gain on extinguishment of debt. Ayan. 4.5 million. So, ito na yung ating answer for problem number 2. So, I hope, class, na malinaw naman kahit paano. So, medyo very straightforward yung ating lesson. But I hope na naintindihan nyo naman, no, yung asset swap and equity swap. Kasi medyo basic lang naman yung approach ng asset swap and equity swap. Ang next topic natin, class, no, or ang next natin is yung modification of terms. And yung modification of terms, class, no, i-discuss natin on a separate video lesson, no. Okay, so syempre kung nakatulong naman sa iyo, class, no, again, yung modification of terms i-discuss natin sa separate video lesson para talagang nakafocus tayo doon kasi medyo medyo challenging, no? Compared dito sa equity as asset swap. Ayan. Sa next video natin pag-usapan ang modification of terms. Okay, so ayun, class, no, kung nakatulong naman sa iyo ang mga video lessons natin, so I hope na bigyan mo to ng like and i-subscribe mo na rin kung gusto nyo pang magpatuloy or ituloy ko pa yung ating mga intermediate accounting 2 lessons. Kung gusto nyo pang ituloy ko yan, class, hanggang sa last topic ng IA2, i-subscribe nyo lang yung ating YouTube, no, para tayo naman ay inspired na gumawa pa ng mga free accounting content dito sa ating platform. Okay? So, ayun. Next topic natin, modification of terms.